Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Everyday EDC. Cheers. My name is Tyler, and today I got a very special review for you. Up until I got another recent Civivi acquisition, it went from zero to hero for me after carrying. This knife in particular became probably my second favorite Civivi when it comes to just like, what do you need in a knife, right? What do you need? What do you need in an everyday carry? And that might all fit into the package of the Civivi Badlands Vagabond. All right, guys, so the Civivi Badlands Vagabond, you guys might be saying, well, that's not much more different than the Ortis or Ortiz. You're right, it's not. The Ortis basically had a clip point style blade shape with a fuller cutout or a hole in the blade that you would use for the reverse flick and a flipper tab. The only difference is this has got thumb studs and it's more of a drop point style blade. Showed the blade too soon because I usually go through God damn it. Routines, damn you. Whip you later. All right, so jumping ahead of myself. So this is a Civivi. We got the FRN scales going on here. And Civivi does FRN in a way that I can still tell it's FRN, but there's something about the honeycomb patterned FRN that feels cheap as opposed to when you do FRN like this, where you have a little bit of texturing and this doesn't feel as cheap as the honeycomb pattern to me for some reason. So you have an ambidextrous pocket clip that is super deep carry and recessed on both sides, and they did it right to the point where the screws are flush with the clip. But, dun, 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 why the hell would you do a recessed pocket clip and allow it to stick up just a little bit? That kind of frustrates me. Like, take it down another millimeter or two and make it completely recessed. I appreciate that they're recessing it because some of their other models they don't, but just do it all the way. Very, very cool. We got this backspacer here with this lanyard bar. I love the lanyard bar. This gets like 10 freaking points added to this knife just because they did this. It actually looks cool. It's going to be functional. In my opinion, if I was to carry something with a lanyard, I would like it to go through the end to where it hangs like this off of the lanyard as opposed to hanging like this off of the lanyard. I mean, this is just the best way to do a freaking lanyard hole in my opinion. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Got your Civivi pivot going on right there. And as I said, you have thumb studs and a flipper tab. These are T8 screws, T6 in the pocket clip, and T8 in the pivot. So let us reverse flick it. Oh yeah, you can reverse flick it. Oh, look at that action. You can thumb flick it. Oh yeah, you can do that. You can flipper tab it. Oh yeah, you can do that too. Can I pointer finger flick it? Nah, probably not. Yeah, you can. You got to reposition yourself. Anyways, point being is this is going to be a super fidget-friendly knife. This thing is so fidgety, it's stupid. Then you get to the blade. This blade has a 9CR18 MOV steel with a hollow grind going up to the top of this you have this hollow grind going all the way up to the tip of this drop point style blade with a swedge that goes all the way down up until you get just to the tip. Now, it's not going to be the most robust tip of the blade, but that's not what this blade is meant for. Here's your Malice by comparison. Not much different. Malice obviously has a little bit more meat, but this is no slouch. You're not going to really worry about breaking that tip too bad. Do I have anything that's super dainty laying around? Here, this might be pretty dainty. So by comparison of the Spyderco Watu, yeah, the Watu's super, super slicey, but it does come down to a very narrow tip. This tip's not going to be that bad. Done with the tip. So you have some thumb studs going on right here. You have a finger choil that works very, very well and actually reminds me of the Civivi Elementum. Now, these don't look the exact same because it's cut out in more of a half moon shape on the Badlands Vagabond, but you see how it's angled down instead of in. It doesn't cup your finger. It almost wants you to hold it to where you pull down on the finger choil. And that's fine. It's a new way to do it. It's not a new way, but it's a different way to do a finger choil, probably squeaking a little bit more space out of it. I prefer a real finger choil, but we're going to call this the pull down finger choil or the downwards finger choil, and it works just fine, and I'm not worried about slipping at all on this blade. As you know, with typical Civivis, these are, I believe, steel ball bearings, and they work very, very freaking well. What I also love about what Civivi does with some of theirs is this pocket clip has crazy amounts of jimping on it, but it's not obtrusive. I mean, the way this is going to sit in your pocket, it's going to come straight down to the point where it covers up that flipper tab. Like it just, let's put this in perspective here. So if this is in the side of your pants, this is going to sit flat, and that's how it's going to sit. You're not even going to feel that freaking pocket flipper tab. I keep, every now and then, for some reason I watch so much Nick Shabazz in the beginning, it comes out as pocket pecker, and then somebody was like, if you say pocket pecker one more freaking time, and I think ever since then I'm self-conscious about saying pocket pecker, and I don't mean to say that. It's not a pocket pecker either. This is a perfectly shaped flipper tab, and the jimping on there is so functional, it works just great. We have a stop pin right there, and another cool feature of this is the tang kind of does wrap halfway around the stop pin. It doesn't just stop, and that's another good thing. Jump right into that. Let's see here. You guys can see heavily milled out stainless steel liners. Right there. That's a good view. Very heavily milled steel liners. So it does a lot of weight relieving going on there. Fantastic. Now, before I kind of drone on and on about how good this guy is, let's get you guys some specs, some size comparisons. Compare it against the Civivi brethren, and we'll take it from there. This thing is coming under the 3-ounce mark. In my opinion, anything under the 3-ounce mark is a lightweight knife. This is definitely lightweight, and it's definitely like just so pocket friendly. That plays into a point that I made earlier that I will make later on and kind of expand on it a little bit. But this thing just does so many things so freaking well. Coming in at 7.5 inches, the overall length is coming in at 3 1/4, and the cutting edge is coming in just shy of 3 inches, maybe right at 3 inches due to that large finger coil. All right, let's check this. This is where this thing's gonna kill it, because I'm pretty sure that this thing has a narrow freaking behind the edge. Already coming in at 117 thousandths blade stock thickness, probably 120 before they do whatever they're gonna do to it. And the behind the edge is coming in at 18, 17, 15 thousandths. Let's check up closer to the tip. Tip's coming in at 17 thousandths. So this is going to be your typical Civivi slicer. This thing, that's what I was talking about, guys. This thing is so damn slicey. It's just so functional. It is fantastic. So without further ado, let us get into some size comparisons. Here is your feldspar, and up next is your mini feldspar. Now, I wish one of these really hit it on the head for size, because the mini feldspar is just shy and the feldspar is just a little bit larger, because I would love to do a comparison with these. Maybe we still will in the future. I think it's really, really good. Although the large size feldspar, especially in my Carta, I never give this thing enough credit. I got to go back and like re-review it just to kind of like rehash how awesome that thing is. Feldspar got overshadowed just because it's kind of like vanilla. But all right, so here's your Rat Model 2 and your Rat Model 1. Maybe the Civivi Badlands Vagabond is begging to be compared with the Rat Model 2. What do you guys think? Maybe let's do it at an angle so you guys can actually see the blades. Nope, can't see it there. God damn it, my freaking lighting. There you go, you can see it a little bit better. Yeah. All right. So there's the Civivi Badlands Vagabond up against your Rat Model 2 and your Rat Model 1. The Rat Model 2 is almost the same size. The Badlands Vagabond is coming in at slightly longer, but not quite much. Here is your Civivi Elementum. I'm trying to do this at an angle to get better lighting, but it's kind of cutting out some of it. And your Civivi Brazen. All right, back to the normal. Sorry, guys. Lighting sucks. I got to figure out how to get lighting behind me. All right, so there's your Civivi Brazen and your Civivi Badlands Vagabond and Elementum. Oh, damn it! All right, so your Civivi Elementum is coming in at just shy the overall length. I mean, you're probably missing maybe 1/4 of an inch, and your Civivi Brazen's maybe got 1/4 of an inch on it. So that's just to go to show you your Civivi brethren. Now, I kind of talked a little bit about being number 2. Little full disclosure before I review the Brazen. I cannot wait for the Brazen to come out in that drop point style blade. I think the Brazen's going to be my favorite freaking, I'm not reviewing the Brazen, favorite freaking Civivi. And the Badlands Vagabond is coming in just shy of it. There were so many good models, but these things are just so functionally great. All right, so here's your Spyderco Tenacious and your Spyderco Little Native. The Tenacious is coming in at just about the same size, maybe a hair longer, and obviously your Little Native's coming in shorter. All right, so as a quick recap, these are FRN scales with stainless steel liners that are heavily milled out. You have a pocket clip that is recessed with flathead screws and very deep carry and reversible. You have a hollow grind drop point style blade with a swedge that runs the length of the blade with thumb studs and a flipper tab and a finger choil that is pointing downwards. We're going to call it the downward finger choil, not to be confused with the yoga term downward dog. So your liner also has some jimping going on right here. That's cool. And the flipper tab is fantastically aggressive jimping just so you can, bam, just knock it out real easy. Bam. Yeah, this thing's a winner, guys. And in my opinion, I prefer the drop point over the clip point style blade, which is where the Ortiz kind of... I originally thought this was a copy of the Ortiz. In my opinion, this is a better version just because I don't like that clip point style blade. I just don't get into those. And this is more vanilla, but it's more just awesome. So I'm not going to go into my likes and dislikes. I really don't think... I don't even have... Yeah, I do. I have the sheet up there. I really don't have... what I want to say is this. Those of you that love your Rat Model 2, this is the new Rat Model 2. Just like the Civivi Ortiz that came out, and I actually said, if you go back, if I'm not mistaken, I did say the Civivi Ortiz is kind of like the new Rat. It was just cheap and awesome. This is the new Rat. This defeats the Ortiz, in my opinion, and I would love to compare them, but I gave mine to MC. But the point is this thing is so vanilla and just kills every vanilla aspect that's required. Ergonomically, it is great. The only hot spot I feel is just the tip of this bill of the clip. Not too bad. And then you choke up, and that hot spot goes away, and it feels freaking awesome. Just so good. And then you have this hollow grind coming out to this very narrow tip, or very narrow behind the edge. This thing's so freaking slicey, it's stupid. I've used this thing, and I haven't stropped it or anything. And it's just, like, amazing. So good. And you could tell, like, one that's sharp that's taking off your hairs but pulling them. You don't feel this. This is so good. The action, just awesome. I don't mean to be gushing over this knife, guys. You guys, I mean, I think I lost a viewer at one point in time because I was hating on Civivi. So clearly I'm unbiased. There's things that speak to me and things that don't. And so I don't mean to be gushing over Civivi, but this thing is just absolutely fantastic. And I think really checks all the boxes for the essential pocket knife. No frills, no nothing. The essential pocket knife, and you're paying $40 and you're getting all of that $40 in this thing. I can't recommend this knife enough. If you're looking for that one knife that's going to go in your pocket, not be obtrusive, it's going to be lightweight enough that you don't realize it, and it's going to complete every slicing task you need. The only thing this thing isn't going to be able to do is your very super hard use tasks. It's not going to be a prior. It's not going to be doing much of that, but it's not the most dainty either. I just don't feel comfortable taking this to a hard use situation. I don't feel comfortable taking this to a hard use situation either, but I would feel more comfortable. The only reason I don't feel comfortable is because this is my baby. I love my Malice, but it's not making me afraid of it. I will use the crap out of it. But I would prefer this in a hard use situation over this. That is all I got for you guys. This is a winner. The Civivi Badlands Vagabond, I think, is overshadowed by its slightly older brother, the Civivi Ortiz, but it shouldn't be. This thing kills it. It's fantastic, and it's, yeah, great value for what you're paying. I don't even think I talked about the price. $39.95, by the way, guys. $39.95. If you found it on White Mountain Knives, you can use my promo code EEDCWMK for 10% off. I don't get anything out of it, but you do. You would get around $4 off. My name is Tyler. This has been Everyday EDC. You guys stay sharp, stay safe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, guys. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. It genuinely means a lot. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment. If you didn't like it, give me some feedback in the comments below and hit the thumbs down button. In case you guys don't know, I do have a Patreon, which will be listed right here. In that Patreon, we're giving bi-monthly giveaways to just the Patreons based on the number of Patreons that we have in the Patreon. We will also be giving discounts on all the knives that I sell based on the number of patrons. My name is Tyler. This is Everyday EDC. You guys stay sharp, stay safe, and have a great day.